I remember the first time I ever held a camera toy up to my face. It was called a Viewmaster, where you could look at a reel of pictures on a wheel, almost like a TV or a slideshow for entertainment purposes, and to be transported into a world of dinosaurs or even Barbie. I was always entertained by it, and even now, 20 plus years later, that reality has become more technological than ever. That was one of my favorite toys next to a Polaroid camera and video games when I was younger. Now imagine this. The year is 2020, middle of March. You can't go anywhere, attend any events, see friends or family, or even do schoolwork in person without worrying about being sick. But now, more than ever in these trying times, that has all changed thanks to virtual reality. Virtual reality is just that, a technology by which computer-aided stimuli create the immersive illusion of being somewhere else, according to Ruben on Wired.com. Used by millions worldwide, VR is going to change the way we experience entertainment, but it will also help with therapies such as PTSD or training and performing for the medical field. And it's also going to change our lives for the better, with amazing graphics, immersive worlds, and simulations and situations with even communication with friends. There are a good amount of VR products, and it's also very mainstream as we know it. Being a VR player for about 4 years, it has helped me gain communication skills, as well as provide entertainment, make friends, make 3D models and edit them, and even have a safe experience at home without going outside, even now due to the COVID epidemic. VR is unlimited opportunities in one, and even a high-grossing pay for indie and corporate companies. According to Road to VR, the top highest VR titles cleared $10 million in revenue and can reach up to $60 million if distribution continues. However, in order to play VR, you need to have a system that is able to run it, such as console, like PlayStation, or even a PC that has the right specifications to run VR, and also a large amount of space to move around. You don't want to be bumping into anything. The type of VR I am most interested and most experienced with is the communication and design aspect. If you're a person who has anxiety or even wants to look into the ways to and create and animate 3D models in Blender into Unity, then VR is a great way to start. VR uses the following standards of equipment: 2 sensors, 2 controllers, and 1 headset that is connected to your play of choice. If you want to be fully immersed, HTC Vive, a VR company, aids in all types of VR equipment such as a tennis racket, facial trackers, and body trackers. The body trackers are $100 each, so if you wanted to hop into a VR game and dance around and see your bodies, you would need 3, 1 for your hip and 2 for your feet. With the design aspect, you are able to create and even buy 3D models with whatever fits your style, whether it would be a 360-degree body scan, a V-Ray model, or even MMD format, or you can make from-scratch assets. You are sure to find a style that suits your needs as a designer, where you can also 3D scan worlds or make completely new worlds from scratch. You can even go to the top of Mount Everest if you wanted to. The other type of VR I'm interested in is the one in medical fields. Chemotherapy patients as well as the disabled can use VR to explore a world like Paris, Toronto, Japan, etc., or even go back home without traveling or being stuck in a hospital for months and months with treatment. And when it comes to PTSD victims of the military, doctors can use VR to help modify behaviors and emotions and the victim affected by the everyday things that can trigger fear and panic become insignificant. The trauma becomes an event, and not at a constant overwhelming condition, according to the Veteran Families United. Doctors have a way of controlling the environment while patients can react without trying to imagine their experiences. It's more so, or whatever, to be able to monitor the patient and be able to help them with whatever is going on with them. For training, surgeons and dentists use VR to train with an artificial human being without using a physical dummy. It can also provide simulations of events such as CPR, winsome teeth removal, triple bypass, and more. In the arts, artists can use Blender, a 3D designing program, and Unity, a game developing program, to make projects come to life, such as making a world or creating a model, as I use in a free social game called VR Chat, which allows users around the world to get connected in VR when it comes to dancing, social anxiety, clubs, creating friendships, and even now, creating a project. The value of VR has created a great social impact, just as it has done with video games and training, bringing people together and experiencing things that one person would never imagine or even replicate. VR is one of the newest and most relevant developments next to images, and hopefully a functioning hoverboard and jetpack. As well as entertainment, the growth of VR-related technologies is on the rise, including of finger trackers that track each simulated finger in VR. These are called Index, and they're sold by Steam. However, depending on which system you get, for example, I have the Vive, where the headset, the controllers, and the sensors cost $500 altogether, while the trackers that I have, one on my hip and my feet, cost $300 in total because there's 3 each. And also, my finger trackers, which are sold by Steam for $240, and these track your singular finger movements. Isn't that cool? However, there are cheaper versions such as the Oculus Quest, which is $300, and that comes with a headset and controllers by itself. So depending on how immersed you want to be, it will be more expensive. Some future technologies I can think of when it comes to VR is more jobs opportunities that arise that you can only work in a small space for. For surgeons, they currently have Da Vinci, a robotic equipment where you can look through a viewfinder and sew the smallest space on a patient that you yourself would never be able to achieve. Or when it comes to international views, presidents and rulers of the world can have a conference without leaving the country. In the military, robots can be used instead of actual people, but robotic engineers have yet to finish a robot that is just capable of a human body, if not physically, but better and more mortal. Back in 2017, a group of robotic researchers in Japan created Jackson, a robot that tracked the sensors and limbs from a human and creating robot control. Letting a human operate a bot essentially like a giant puppet is what Vincent from The Verge says. Another future of VR is headsets becoming cheaper as well as more branding offers for companies. VR is the new technological revolution viewed in the way it is now. VR is becoming cheaper and more common for other users, and the future is bright when it comes to creativity and hard work being put into VR as being the real thing it can be. Perhaps getting to see a model of a lost relative created in 3D or meeting a celebrity. All these possibilities are endless when it comes to using VR. Although VR is like the first iPhone and many people may have not been enthusiastic about it due to all its enhanced functionality it has made an impact over the years. Even for social VR games like a VR chat and rec room, you can move around, gesture with your hands, go bowling, hang out, dance, sing karaoke, draw, just about anything. You get to be yourself and be whoever you want to be and create what you want to create without being afraid of what others think. VR has a bright future ahead, and for people like myself, I'm very excited for what is in store. Thank you for listening.